Konnichiwa, everyone. I know some of y'all have missed this VTuber model because so many people in Discord is actually, requesting like, when are we gonna have the VTuber model back? And worry not that it is now back. Yeah. For the very first Whispers to Dreamland this year, 2025, I actually got something new. Nice one here as I am tapping in like this. And it is actually a card game. Okay. Long story short, I saw this on TikTok and I thought it is a really nice card game to just maybe reflect with yourself. You can also play this with your friends. But for this card game, we are gonna play it together. If you want to, feel free to comment your response. So, without further ado, let me just explain to you guys what this card game is about, alright? It is called Comfort Cards. It is actually English and also Tagalog. So some of the cards here and instructions are kind of like half English, half Tagalog. So let me just read what's in the box and I will go ahead and translate it. Alright, okay. So, comfort cards. Kwentuang mental health, which means mental health story time. And at the back, it says for self-reflection, heart-to-heart talks, and group conversations. Okay, the next couple of parts are in Tagalog, which feels a little bit weird to read it. Gusto mo bang mag-start ng mas malalim, genuine, at thought-provoking na usapan? Whether ikaw lang, with partner, tropa, o pamilya. It means, do you want to start a thought-provoking, deep and genuine conversation? Whether it's just you, your partner, your friends, or family. Each card has a thought-provoking question on one side and an inspiring message on the other. Perfect for solo reflection, bonding time with a loved one, or a group session over coffee or late night story time. These cards blend Tagalog and English to make the conversations relatable and easy to understand for Filipinos, helping you create safe spaces for honest, genuine, and wholesome conversations no matter the settings. So yeah, there's also some trigger warning because some prompts can trigger different kinds of emotions. So if the question is a little bit too sensitive for you, if it is too close at home, feel free to listen to our other ASMR that is available, alright? I just thought that this would be really perfect for Whispers to Dreamland because most of the time whenever I do Whispers to Dreamland, it's about me, the things that's going through my head and just random things, It's not it's not like the other ASMR that we do, where you know we role play and do a lot more triggers. This one's I would say it's a little bit more, yeah, personal. Like there's a lot more conversations to it, kind of like podcasts, you know. And yeah, if you guys are, you know, interested on playing this, if you want to play alone, you can actually, you know, start a journal and just write your thoughts about like the reply on the card. Alright? Or you can also comment it down below. No pressure. Just you don't need to comment like about the card. You can also just, you know, leave an emoji. Leave an emoji or any random words. Because it will help, definitely help with the engagement. So let me give you guys some tap tips. Okay, here's a pretty thin card, and I'm kind of scared of getting it wet. A little bit wet. So I don't know how to shuffle cards, so I'm just gonna. I don't know if you guys hear it. I think I could. Me. Oh god. Alright, I made a mess and some of the cards fell. I got it. And some of the cards shuffled, but let's do some more shuffling, alright? Okay, just a little bit more. I actually shuffled this before, but we're gonna do more shuffling. Alright. Ta-da! There we go. Okay, the first question. I had to skip one question. I could like reshuffle it because it is a little bit more personal in my personal preference. But you guys ready? First card is. Okay, I'm gonna read this in Tagalog because it's in Tagalog and then translate it for you guys. Alright. May oras ba na mas pinili mong manahimik kaysa mag-open up? Bakit? In English, is there a time that you chose to be silent instead of opening up? And why? I think for me, especially back then, I wasn't a very confrontational person. And I know that, so I am trying to be a better person, you know, be a better friend, I'd say. Because honestly, I'm the type of person that don't really keep things in my heart. Like for example, maybe there was a time that maybe a friend cursed me or like say something like really mean, and I would be the type of person that, alright, I would get hurt at the moment, but after a few days I would just move on from it. I don't know. I don't keep it to heart. I'm like, oh, maybe they're just dealing with something, you know. But I am trying to be like, you know, a bit better. Like trying to be a little bit more sensitive with things. Like, I would say I have like really good intuition. Okay. So like for example, in like a group setting. This friend said something like really out of pocket and offended like one of my friends. And I know for a fact that my friend is definitely like, hurt about it, or like it's like I know something's up because her kind of like demeanor change. I don't know if that makes sense, but I would never like approach them. I would just wait for them to open up, because I don't want to pressure people. I want to wait until they're like comfortable to share it. I'm still trying to think like a time I did this. I did this a lot, I guess, because I never really think of things as a big deal. I like to just move on from things, and usually if they, say something about it again, that's probably when I would say something. There was almost one time where I wanted to just be silent over like this thing with a friend, because it was kind of like an indirect thing. Like I found out about it from social media that they have something on me, like, so a lot of my friends were like, no, don't open up, don't message them, just ignore them. But because I cherish the friendship, and I want to make things different. I want things to be, better. But unfortunately, that didn't really go. It's just fine to, slowly moving on, moving on from the whole situation. So, alright, because we are in a hot spring, I know some people would like to drink, but we're gonna drink tea. It's a little bit bitter. Oh, yeah. I think I might have put too much tea and not enough water. So let me take a little bit of some. It's so bitter. It's so bitter. Let me drink some water. That is so bitter. I have to add like a little bit of water on that. Alright, so every card actually has something at the back, which is like an advice or something. So it says here, it's okay if you're not ready to talk yet. There's no rush in opening up. Do it when you feel safe and comfortable. Agree. But it kind of depends, you guys. If you guys are like fighting with, like, for example, your significant other and you're doing the silent treatment, okay, don't do that, alright? Just tell them like you're not ready to talk yet. Okay, don't do the silent treatment, Alright. Alright, for the next card we have some time to do. One more card. I'm gonna skip this next card. It's a little bit personal. This is a very nice card. Alright, gonna read it in Tagalog because it is in Tagalog. Then gonna translate it. Alright. Sino ang pinupuntahan mo kapag feeling mo lost ka? At bakit siya? Who do you go to when you feel lost? And why that person? Okay. I'm pretty sure you guys relate to this if you guys have like a group of friends, alright? There's always gonna be like those friends that you go to when you just wanna relax and wanna have fun, want to game with them, you know? There's gonna be friends where you just wanna hang out with them, you know, just talk about your common interests. And there are friends or a friend that you share like intimate things, like maybe, you know, ranting about these things, and but you still share about like other things. Like this person is like you're most comfortable on like sharing anything at all, like completely vulnerable. And yeah, I do have like 3 friends that I go to. But there is this one friend that I always go to, like whatever it is, like whether it's like I have a good news, or I just want someone to talk to, someone to rant to, someone to listen to me, because I feel like this story is not something that I could share to the others, you know, something like that. And sometimes you're just, you know, a lot more comfortable sharing stuff with this person, and my reason is because they always reassure me, like everything's gonna be fine, and just words that you want to hear. Because, you know, sometimes when we like tell a person like, oh man, having a problem, having a tough time, some people, they usually redirect to like solutions, like, okay, maybe this is what you can do, this is what you should do, and stuff like that. But sometimes we just want someone to listen to us. You want some tacos outside. You want someone to just, you know, be there for you, give you like a comforting hug or like a pat on the back. And yeah, I think like it's the way that the person just relates to you too. Like sometimes when you share these things, they're the one that gets angrier than you too. Like for example, I would share something like that made me mad, and they'd be like, "What the heck? What is this person doing? Are they blah 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 blah?" And it's so funny because like damn, like you sound like you're the one that got, you know, got done dirty and not me. it's really funny because sometimes those friends, they're always like angrier than you on that situation. Just I don't know, I just find it really funny, and I just think that it's just very supportive of them, kind of. Alright, let me read the advice at the back of the card. Alright? That person that feels like home, him or her. Okay, it's in Tagalog, so let me read in Tagalog first. Siya or sila yung binabalikan natin kapag feeling lost tayo. Ang sarap ng pakiramdam na may ganun kang tao. So, translation, it's that person that feels like home. They are the ones we always go back to whenever we're lost. It is, how do I translate it? Ang sarap sa pakiramdam. It's a nice feeling that you have that kind of person. Yeah. Meaning, it's really such a nice feeling, like having that person that just feels at home. You can just be comfortable with them, be yourself without any leashes or restraints. That might sound weird, but yeah, you just be yourself, guys, right? We got time for one more. I can't believe I did like 3 cards this episode. Alright. It's in Tagalog, so I'm gonna read it. Paano mo hinaharap ang pakiramdam na parang wala kang na-achieve? This is way too close, but it is something that I could answer. Okay, in translation, how do you face the feeling that you feel like you're not achieving anything? You guys might not believe me, but I kind of felt this last year, maybe like end of the year, before December probably. But I just think to myself that this thing that I'm trying to achieve is definitely not gonna be easy. It wasn't easy for the others, but they got it. And I think to myself, like, if they can achieve this, then why can't I, you know? And very, very fortunate enough that I do have everyone, you know? I would say that one of the things that I want to achieve is, growth on YouTube, I do want, like, more people to be able to enjoy my content and be able to stream again, because I really do miss streaming. And how do I say this? I just think to myself that like, growth is gonna be slow. Like, things that you want to achieve, it's definitely gonna be slow. And for others, it might seem to you like, oh man, they're so flawless, it's so effortless for them. But just think of it, they worked hard to where they're at. okay, they worked hard to get there. Not only that they worked hard, for example, in YouTube, or in anything, like in career, they studied, they researched, they did their best, They think to themselves, what else can I do to make the job better? What can I do to make this thing better? And it's always gonna be slow. It's better to have slow growth than quick growth, alright? It's better to have any growth at all than have no growth at all. So, whenever you think that you feel like you're not achieving anything, maybe look back, like, why are you doing what you're doing in the first place? Why are you trying to achieve this thing? What is your goal? And think to yourself what you should do to achieve that goal. Maybe you need to do something that you haven't done before. And I know my advice may not be applicable for everyone because it's definitely situational. But I'm gonna read the advice at the back. Alright? Yung feeling na wala kang napapala, sobrang hirap. Pero progress is still progress kahit gaano kaliit. Meaning, the feeling that you feel useless and you feel lost, it's hard. But progress is still progress regardless of how small it is, which is what I said. And I feel like it's kinda alright to become self-aware of that, because you feel like, I feel like my growth is stagnant or maybe too slow, So you think to yourself, you kind of end up thinking like, oh, what can I do to be better? But also, if you feel down because you feel like you're not achieving anything, that's also fine. Feel that emotion, alright? Feel down, be sad. It's valid to be sad or maybe frustrated or angry. Definitely valid. You might be thinking to yourself like, I've been working so hard and I feel like I'm not achieving anything. I feel like it's not enough. I feel like what I'm doing is not enough. It's totally valid to feel, alright? But make sure to pull yourself back after that, after all those feelings inside you, pull yourself together and start making a game plan. Alright? You can do this, and I believe in you. Whatever it is that you want to achieve this 2025, you are definitely gonna achieve it. Alright? So I hope you guys have a good sleep, and feel free to comment your own answers to the questions of the cards. I am gonna make sure not to forget to leave like the card translations on the description down below, so feel free to do so. But if you don't, just make sure to like and comment anything that you want. Comment your favorite food or something. Bye. Thank you so much and have a good sleep. Alright?